Talking Again podcast. Mine. When you're playing something that you created, a music, a beat, when you've created that music and you want to play it for someone to get their opinion on it, what goes through your mind? Because when I'm listening to someone and someone tells me that, they're staring at me. So I'm listening to it and then I stare at them and then I'm like, wow, what are they thinking when I'm listening to it? What goes through your mind when you're playing it for somebody?
I try to be really objective about it, right? So your friends are going to always tell you whatever you're doing is dope. It's dope, man. It's dope. But I'm always going to try to show it to people who I really trust and will tell me like the truth. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm showing someone new that I've met, I just sit there and I'm like, you got to have the confidence to be like, you're at that level. It sounds good. You know what yours sounds like, because it's also how you present it. It's not just the song that's playing. Like, people have sold their whole careers, you know, to in a record meeting because they were jumping around. Like, you got to sell yourself. You know? So if you're here saying, it's not mixed, I don't know, you know, I'm obviously going to be like, you know, you don't even believe in it. So when I play my stuff, I'm always thinking, yo, I know this is good, regardless of, you know, and it kind of sounds a little cocky. But you have to have that security because that shows. You know, we speak not just verbally, we speak with body language and how you present.
Right.
Welcome to the podcast. Might talk a little shit, get a little brash. Might drink a little bit, smoke a little bit, vibe a little bit, laugh a little bit. Hosted by Fidel.
What's up, everybody? This is Fidel Talking Again podcast, another edition of the show. In studio, I have none other than Aloor. Shout out to Aloor. Aloor Music, right? That's the name of your... Well, actually, no. The name of your label that you have is No Genre.
No Genre, yes. So I'm Aloor. I couldn't get the @Aloor on Instagram. I'm still fighting for that.
So someone has @Aloor.
Someone has it, man.
Someone jacked the name.
Yeah. And you know what's screwed up is like, it's an inactive page with like a gray
I hate that.
ABI. So
I
I'm here
hate
like,
that.
yo, come on. Just But yeah, so my name's Aloor, and I do own a label called No Genre.
No Genre.
Yes.
I love that. I love that because obviously it means what it means, right? It's all genre, but it's actually every genre.
That's how we look at music, just because I always go into the story of the worst advice I ever got in Los Angeles. So right whenever, as soon as I got here, I moved out here from New York City, right? So it was one of my first sessions with like this guy. He's the first time I ever worked with somebody with like a blue check mark. So it looks like, you know, so I'm thinking, he's like, wow. Now this guy's just like, you know, stuck in his ways. Okay. So he tells me, hey man, you just got to focus on one genre of music. Cause like, you know, the other stuff's just not going to work. It's got to be trap. It's got to be this. And I'm just like, damn. Is that really what I have to do to succeed? You know? So that just kind of hit me in a weird way for a while. And then I'm just like, no, like, that's not how it should be. Like, if we want to make all different kinds of music, like, I should be able to do that. And so a lot of people think that way now, you know, that it's like so diverse to make all this different kind of music. So I always call that like the worst advice I ever got, because it kind of pushed me towards like, wait, no, that's not how you should be doing it. You know, it's good to specialize in something for sure. But if you want to do other things, like go explore what you want to do.
Do it. Well, let me ask you this. When you were in New York City, or when you came from New York City, I guess I should say, what was the thought of coming here in LA? Was the idea of having a certain genre? Was that the idea?
So the thing with New York at that time, and this is like 2018, 17, like Tekashi 6ix9ine hadn't come out yet. Nothing was really in New York.
The guy with the tattoos on his face, right?
Yeah. The guy with the big,
Fruity Pebbles on his
crazy,
head.
crazy guy everybody hits on, right? So there was a lot of music. New York wasn't as collaborative yet. So working there, it was really hard to get into the scene. Like I managed to meet a lot of amazing people and got a lot of great contacts out there. But it just seemed like there was more work in Los Angeles for this kind of stuff, right? So I just felt like I'd do better in Los Angeles. So I'm like, you know what? I learned what I could here. I did my part here. Let's see what Los Angeles has, and I never left. Yeah, I love it here.
You've been here, so you've been here 3 years already. 3 years. How's the adjustment?
It was quick because I moved around a lot too when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
I moved around Florida a lot. I spent some time in Miami, some time in Tampa, some time in Tallahassee, some time in New Jersey. So I'm used to moving around. So it wasn't that hard.
But it's not like California, especially the weather.
Oh no, everything. In Florida over there is warm and like
humid,
moist and humid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Over here is nice, dry. Like you can have a nice cool day. Yeah, I like California a lot. It's been really welcoming.
Yeah, we get all the climates, all the weathers, everything, right? You know,
it gets cold here. Like in LA, it gets cold.
Sometimes, yeah.
It gets cold during winters. I remember I think winter 2018, it snowed. It snowed for like a little bit.
It was weird. Like
it was just snowing one day. I'm like, yo, you know.
We were having some weird crazy weather. You know,
it was like 29, 29 degrees.
It was pretty cold.
Yeah.
I promise you guys, it's not gonna be like a Weather Channel type of podcast, but we are
talking
about
the weather. It just natural conversation. You start talking about weather.
Again, like I said, these aren't they're mostly just conversations, not much of an interview. You know, even though I have these right here, but
for sure,
you know, again, that's just for me to refer to. But I like going back to that idea of doing whatever you want to do your own music. Isn't that how anything should be when you do any kind of business, any kind of passion that you do?
It should.
It should be what you want to do and not what this is the way you do it. And
there's a gray line between that, especially when it comes to creative businesses, I guess you can say, because there are two sides. Like there is a certain way to do business in music.
Foundationally, right?
But then, creating music is like, it's got its own, you know, the sound of music changes so much. Like it's constantly evolving. But the way music business is done kind of stayed the same, essentially. So on both sides, I understand. But in terms of creation, like no one should put you in a box. You know?
Yeah. I was thinking of your label, No Genre, is kind of like the DIY, right? The do it yourself. Like you kind of do, you know, like researching. I was like, damn, these guys are doing it everything on their own. And you have a team, right?
Yeah, of course.
You can't get anything done without the team, right? What's that saying? The dream works. The team works. The dream works. Yes, yeah. 100%. I agree with that. Your guys' creativity, right? How does that come into play when you guys sit down in the studio, so to speak, or boardroom, whatever?
Yeah.
What's the whole thought process behind it when you get started?
How we do it is we get together at our studio and we nominate songs, right? We kind of have like a round robin discussion. We're like, what song do you believe in? Why do you believe in? How much success does that artist have? Is it mix and master? So we kind of all talk amongst each other and come to a consensus as a group to push whatever song we feel is like that song at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
So meanwhile, we do, we drop a song every month. We're going to up it up to 2 months. Mind you, the label's about 3 months old, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our first song's at 95,000 on Spotify.
Wow.
Yeah, the next one's, getting there. We're already moving. It got on the biggest TikTok playlist on Spotify. So we're moving it.
Dope.
Yeah. So we're doing a lot. It already has over 600 and something people that did a video to it on TikTok, which is like millions of streams. If you think about it, So we're pushing stuff in different ways to traditional media and through Spotify, through TikTok, a lot of TikTok marketing, a lot of our good friends. And honestly, this whole label came about as well from all the people we know. Like it's just collectively we're stronger as a group than we are individually trying to push our own agendas. Yeah.
So were you guys all friends before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
We were all just making beats, trying to play songs, and we're like, dude, like, so what actually happened was I had a song, a really, really, really good song with a partner, the partner of mine named Adrian. He's the owner of the label as well. And it just was such a great song. It had all the potential in the world. Like it sounds like a hit, mixed perfect, was getting pushed by this record label, yada, yada. Okay, cool. It just didn't do anything. The songs we push on our own have more plays than that song, right? So it's just like that letdown kind of led us to like, yo, we really have to oversee a lot of this to make sure it's done I don't want to say the right way, but as well as at least the
way you guys want it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch over your baby, you're gonna watch over it better than anyone else is, of course, right? So that's kind of the philosophy of it.
Having 100% control of what you're putting out there is probably really important.
At least
to you guys.
oversight, you know? Like I'm down to give away some control, but overseeing quality control. And like, I come from also like a business background into this. So that's why I kind of like wear all the hats, I guess, because I'm really creative. I mix the songs too. I help write them, but I'm also on the business end saying, hey, let's get on this playlist. Let's do this, So that's where that comes in.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the business side that the background that you came from?
I never get asked this. Cool. So I actually had a whole nother life in New York City. I worked for a really big telecommunications company. I worked for their marketing team in New York. Like literally had to wear a suit every day. Yeah, man. So I had like a 9 to 5 job, and it wasn't like just a regular night. Like it was a really good job. And I went to school in in Orlando. I went to University of Central Florida, got my bachelor's and everything. Like I did all that, but I never felt, satisfied. And I was like, why am I doing this? And now I'm seeing like why I did that, because I'm able to get in these different kinds of doors, the doors that move you. A lot of people think like the doors to success in the music industry are blowing up on social media and stuff like that. Like, I guess that's one way, but the real people that are making the decisions probably have like 200 followers and, our operations manager at Amazon Music, that's the person that controls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being able to link in with these people on stuff like LinkedIn and other forms of, communication with that background has helped me a lot.
Yeah. You hear a lot of people say, like you just mentioned right now, is like, you don't need to go to school. It's so much easier just to do everything on your own nowadays. And which is probably true, but to be sustainable, right? Maybe going to school, would you say that it definitely helped?
It's like when you play Xbox and it says achievement unlocked. It's like one of those things. It's just something that you can have to show like, hey, I know my business, I know my shit, I know this, I know that, so it's like good to have it. You don't need it, but it's good to have.
Yeah. Since we're on the school topic, there's something that you had posted a while ago of you skipping out on walking to get a degree or to walk with your class, then to go to a music event. Mm-hmm. What was a music event?
Yeah. So in 2015, I graduated from University of Florida, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't walk. I just had my diploma mailed because we had an event. It was a New Year's event, and that's around the time that December is when you graduate for the fall semester. I had a New Year's event in New York and like a bow. It sounded cool, right? It was a great event. It definitely led me to some great connections. I don't know why. It's just like, man, this sounds cooler to me than just sitting through a whole ceremony.
Yeah.
But hindsight, I felt like I needed to walk at some point, right? Yeah. So when I finished my second degree, I was able to go walk.
Yeah.
And show my parents what, they've been waiting for. Because as a Latino growing, like, and not even just as a Latino, like as a person with foreign parents or, like having foreign parents, they just stress education. Like that's what they want you to do. Go get educated. Like, so it was great to show them that.
Yeah. But would you say that you made the right choice at the time doing it?
Yeah. And I'll do it again.
That just shows how important the music is to you.
Yeah, man.
So how far into the music industry were you when you made that decision?
A baby.
Yeah.
Like a tadpole. Like 2015. We're in 2021. Yeah. That was so I started DJing.
Well, like 19, 20 years old.
Oh my gosh. I was a kid, man. I'm still a kid, I feel like, but yeah. It was a while ago. So.
Yeah. So you started DJing, you said?
Yeah, I started off DJing, so that's where I kind of got into it. But that was around the time that I was producing music, like creating original music, and I was there with like GarageBand. You're starting super young. Now looking back at stuff like that is pretty crazy. Yeah, it's crazy you asked me about that. You definitely did your research.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's what it's about, having a good conversation here. But with your buddies, there's 4 or 5 guys, you guys that are.
Yeah, we're a bunch of us.
It's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
When you guys started the company, talk me through that. Like, hey, what?
Supernatural, man.
What was it? How organic was that conversation,
dude?
Let's do our own thing.
Yeah, so we were just the 3 of us, the founders, me, Adrian, and Corey. We were just there in our studio, upset, man, just bad vibes. We're like, dude, this song's not doing anything. What are we doing? Like, it's just we were super upset about that one specific song. And we're like, man, let's just start the label. Like, we've been talking about it. Screw it. I got on, made a logo real quick on like one of those quick, things to make a logo.
Yeah.
The logo ended up being super nice. So we're like, wow, this kind of looks like something. And we really go off of things about how they feel. Right?
Yeah.
If things feel right, when they feel right. And it just felt right. Like the energy behind it was cool. The color scheme was cool. The font was cool. It really embodied what we were. We're trying to sit there, maybe like the week before that, we were like throwing names against the wall, like Utopia or stuff, whatever we could think of, and nothing was just clicking. And so as a joke, we started saying, I guess we should just be no genre because we don't have a genre. And we're like, ah, ha, ha, until we actually put the X in the middle and we're like, oh, that's cool. It looks cool. So it happened really organically. It actually started as a joke and turned into an actual company. So,
yeah. I love that. I love hearing stories like that when it's like, because a lot of these like songs that you hear, like El Sonidito and all that stuff, right? Those you hear like these guys are just messing around in the garage, just playing something, and all of a sudden it turns into like, it goes viral, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with that name, where it's just like, we should just go no genre. you know,
And
because we don't have anything, and that's what it goes, and that sticks, and it's really good. I like that. When you guys are producing, how does that, talk to me about the process of that? Like you create a lot of the beats, right?
Yeah. Not as much anymore now, actually. I do, but now I kind of like take half finished stuff and finish them. You know what I mean? Because I have a trusted group of people now that are just really creative and really good at that.
So now you're overseeing.
You know, now I'm able to kind of step back and oversee it, which is what I really wanted to do, right?
That's good.
Because making beats takes time, man. Yeah. It takes forever.
Oh, I'm sure.
To me, at least, because I know some people are like, boom, 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 here's a hit. And that's just how fast they are. So our process goes down to we actually work backwards. We're like, who do we know? Who do you have a good connection with that you can call and pull up to our studio? We have 2 studios, one in North Hollywood and one in Van Nuys. We have a really, really big one, top of the line equipment, and we have a smaller one that's for more intimate sessions. So because we have those 2 vibes, now we're like, who do we know? Who can we get in the studio? Oh yeah, this guy, he might sound great with this guy. They don't know each other. Let's put him on a song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then we give them like that song, and they know we're going to be able to push it through our whole infrastructure and everything. And on the flip side, they're usually like, it's kind of like an exchange of services. It's like, oh, you know, I would like that song. There's a beat. Let's do another song for your project.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like an exchange of services, and it's all off of you being friends with people, you know? So we take that, we get that session going. We make, you know, the bare minimum of a beat. Usually starts with a guitar loop or something.
Yeah.
And we want to just get their vocals. We want to get like the best recorded vocals that we possibly can from them. And then we transform the song. So they don't have to sit there for another 8 hours to mix, you know?
Yeah.
We already know where that song's going to go. We're going to sit as a team and be like, yo, this is going to sound great. Let's try putting this there. And then we really fit the puzzle pieces like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like a 2-part thing.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, then you take it to mixing and mastering. And then we start throwing them, you know, in that round robin that I told you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? That's a song? Okay, cool. That's a song. What's the budget for this song? Let's go. Yeah.
Same thing goes for the video. You guys.
Yeah, we got to go. Then we got to go shoot the video. A lot of the times we have to travel because, you know, some of the artists live in like Houston. Some of the artists live in Miami. So then we go and, you know, go shoot the video out there. Yeah, we're really mobile and like we're down to pull up wherever.
Yeah. Mobile and flexible. I mean,
yeah. This is what we do. This is our lives.
It's your work. It's your life.
Yeah,
that means you don't have this isn't your day. This is your day.
This is my day job. Yeah. And I also split that with my other side of my day job, which is the nightlife scene. We actually started a party called PASSIONFRUIT.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
So it's PASSIONFRUIT LA. It's these So
that is owned by you. You guys have
that. No. So No Genre is one thing, and then Aloor own that with another partner of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So he and I just met at his restaurant. He owns a restaurant in North Hollywood, and we just kicked it off. We're like, man, we should throw a pool party. And one thing led to another. I had the perfect spot, and boom, you know, first night we sold out completely. Was super happy with the event. We're doing the second one this time around, and we're trying to do them every 2 weeks.
Nice. Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. That's why. Yeah. So when this comes out, I'll probably be on the third one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, consistency is a big thing. It's very important. And once you start, you know, it's kind of like in Instagram, social media. Once you stop posting, people forget, right? They'll And that's why, wow, 2 weeks. That's very challenging.
Yeah. Every 2 weeks, we have a week to see what we did right, what we did wrong.
Yeah.
Another week to plan, promote. You know, buy all the alcohol, buy whatever we need, and you know, curate the vibe. What can we add this time around that we didn't have last time?
Yeah.
Just kind of going back and taking feedback and really like, you know, pushing the boundaries. Because like with that night, we're walking the line between a club, a day club, and a house party. 2 things people love. Because of certain things, and we want to preserve those 2 things that people love from both vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then so you have a base place where you do everything.
Yes, we do.
That's
it's
cool.
a secret location in Tarzana. Yeah, the only way you
I was just
going
to say, hey, what's
the only address is by buying a ticket on Eventbrite. Yes.
Yeah. That's cool. I love the name PASSIONFRUIT.
Right?
It just I don't know why, it just makes me just want to, you know, find out more about PASSIONFRUIT.
Exactly. Like, what is PASSIONFRUIT?
Yeah.
So that's our first night, right? And then I'm starting a second night called DRAGONFRUIT.
Oh,
right. So that one's gonna be more purple neon vibes, Miami 1980s, like
nice.
Under the same umbrella. That's in the future. But yeah, those are just the ideas I have right now, man.
There's just, I mean, so much that you can do when you're so creative. It's just putting it into fruition, you know. And that's kind of like the challenging part sometimes. But doing it that's the payoff, right?
Finding people that are better than you at the things that they do, right? So like finding people that are like Like Christian, for example. Christian's the name of my partner for Passion Fruit. He's just been in nightlife forever. No brainer to have someone with that kind of experience, you know? So I kind of delegate a lot of stuff. I curate the idea, I curate the vibe. I'm always talking like, we should do this, we should do that. And then I want to go execute that. So I go find who can execute that the best, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I've just been doing for a while.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I
Thanks,
like that.
Man. You got to pull up, bro. Hopefully we see you there. Man.
I don't know. I'm that old guy. I don't really do pool parties, man.
No, actually, you know what's funny? The crowd is like, I'm assuming what, you're 45, 50?
I'm 40. Yeah.
That's the crowd.
Yeah.
That's literally the crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
so yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's awesome. I think you're doing amazing things. Is there anything that you wanted to plug right now? I do have
follow passionfruit.la, guys. Check out the party. We're super excited. Go follow No Genre. There's an X there instead of an E, so No GXNRE.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot more things coming and different stuff. We want to get into all types of music, man. Like we have some reggae, some rock, some pop. It's just we have our hands in so many different fun things.
Yeah.
We have some stuff going on with Netflix soon, so there's a lot of really big stuff. Like we're super excited about.
That's awesome. Yeah. Can we really quick close out this show with the question that I've always had in my mind that I've had so many opportunities to ask producers like yourself, music creators, recording artists, and I've never asked this question. I don't know why, but I feel very comfortable with you. I want to ask you this question. And I don't think it's like a money shot kind of question. It's just a random question that I've had in my mind. When you're playing something that you created, a music, a beat, when you've created that music and you want to play it for someone to get their opinion on it, what goes through your mind? Because when I'm listening to someone and someone tells me that, they're staring at me. So I'm listening to it and then I stare at them and then I'm like, wow, what are they thinking when I'm listening to it? What goes through your mind when you're playing it for somebody?
I try to be really objective about it, right? So your friends are gonna always tell you whatever you're doing is dope. It's dope, man. It's dope. But I'm always gonna try to show it to people who I really trust and will tell me like the truth. You know what I mean? So I kind of already have that like, oh, I wonder who I'm gonna show. Now, if I'm showing someone new that I've met, I just sit there and I'm like, you gotta have the confidence to be like, you're at that level. It sounds good. You know what yours sounds like, because it's also how you present it. It's not just the song that's playing. Like people have sold their whole careers, to in a record meeting because they were jumping around like I think it was it Bobby Shmurda there was like a video of him at Epic Records just literally jumping around, oh no, it was Gashi. He was jumping around at Epic Records at his own song. And it might have been the most normal song, but it was, you got to sell yourself. So if you're here saying, it's not mixed, I don't know, I'm obviously gonna be like, you don't even believe in it. So when I play my stuff, I'm always thinking, yo, I know this is good, regardless of, and it kind of sounds a little cocky. But you have to have that security because that shows. We speak not just verbally, we speak with body language and how you present it. So I do, obviously you still do get a little nervous. I'm always thinking like, damn, are you gonna like it? Is it good? And but that's really what I'm thinking.
I like that. Good answer. I won't say it sounds cocky. I say confidence. It's confident. Because cocky, you can see the arrogance sometimes when people are cocky. I think when you're confident, you can tell.
It's good work done from people that are established. You know, like the people mixing these songs have mixed Beyonce records and they know what they're doing. The person that wrote it knew what they were doing. I know what I'm doing. So it's like, it was like a chain of command where everyone knew what they were doing. So it's just logically, it's going to be a good song. That's how I go about it.
Nice. Yeah. Well, there you go, man. Well, congratulations with everything, man. I wish you the best of luck. Dude, 3 months, man. It seems like when I look at yourself, it seems like you've been doing this for quite some time.
Man, I'm also still figuring it out, bro. It's really crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm open to everything. I'm just like, you got advice, I'm down to listen to you, man.
Nice.
I don't know shit. I'm just here.
Well, I'll tell you have a great team. You have a great guy that's helping you out here, Tony.
Shout out to Tony right here. He's, the
awesome
best,
dude.
best,
so yeah, man. Appreciate it again.
Man. Appreciate you, brother.
You guys, ladies and gentlemen, Aloor. Check him out.
Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. We're talking again. Come on. We're live.